So we're now back with the elite men's competition between the Shredded Ducks and the Wyvern Harlequins. Both of these two sides experiencing mixed fortunes so far over the course of this weekend. The Shredded Ducks drawing 7-all with the Barefoot Prjects earlier on. And also the Wyvern Harlequins drawing with the Barefoot Prjects earlier on. So, really important game with who plays who tomorrow. And this looks like it's going to be an early score here coming through for the Harlequins. Well, a little bit too easy perhaps. Conversion unsuccessful. Just take a look at the try once again here. Just a lovely lofted pass over the outside defender, and in the end a canter in for the opening score. It was actually Sutton getting the try. Well taken from the restart. Ducks muscling their way into contact. Alid Morris being bumped off by one of the Ducks' attackers. So the Ducks have won a penalty and an opportunity for them to clear their lines, send the ball downfield. Sent high over the stand here, and they'll have a line out inside the Quins' half. We could assume it would be a particularly close game, with both of these two sides drawing against the Barefoot Prjects earlier on. Shredded Ducks, of course, losing semi-finalists in 2017 in the men's elite competition 2 years ago. The Wyvern Harlequins champions, taking home a huge €7,500 prize pot. A real battle on the cards in this game. Found the target at the line out, well drilled. The Ducks going sideways at the moment. Well, a good turnover at the breakdown. Grubbed through by Jamie Barton. Still being chased down. The Harlequins trying to muscle it at the breakdown, putting pressure on the Ducks line. And our referee, Nicky O'Donnell, having a bit of a laugh with some of the players there. So knocked forward. A bit messy, but the Harlequins pressurising the Shredded Ducks line at the moment. Scrum down to the Shredded Ducks. Being shunted backwards. Well, we've seen the Harlequins counter-rucking already in this game. We know they can be fierce. Ball almost being lost, but they've regained it again, trying to keep it in close quarters. A flick out the back, a bit risque, but they're managing to break away. That was in their own in-goal area. penalty. So once again, a chance for the Shredded Ducks to relieve pressure. Well, he got some distance on that one, didn't he? In excess of 60 metres, perhaps.
Yeah, really good clearance kick there, and the Wyvern Harlequins, now can they put them under pressure? That's the really thing. The Shredded Ducks need to put some pressure on the Wyvern Harlequins. They're into their half. They've got the line out. Now can they sustain the pressure just like the Wyvern Harlequins have been doing? But they haven't come up with the ball from the line out. So the answer is no. And it could work really badly for them. Crowded midfield, but the Wyvern Harlequins holding on to the ball well. The little stab through from Jay Baker. A lot of Welsh Premiership sides represented in this Wyvern Harlequins. The Premiership sides being the ones in the top division of club rugby below the regional setup. So they don't play for the Ospreys, the Blues, the Scarlets or the Dragons. They play for what many people will remember, the old first-class club sides that used to abound in Wales.
Well, so far it's been all Harlequins, despite that super clearance penalty by the Ducks. We've not seen too much from them. A big hit coming in. A bit late. No arms. High as well. Nicky O'Donnell just making sure that the Ducks were back. Strange option to take there by Alex Webber of the Quins.
Yeah, and the referee checking with her assistant. They don't like it, but I think the ruling is that it was carried back over the line, and therefore it should be a 5-metre scrum. It is indeed.
And in an attacking opportunity for the Harlequins. Alex Webber with a put in at the scrum. Well, he kept control of that. What can they do now? Trying to break through number 21. And a score. Really simple in the end. Coming at the line with pace. When you're 5 metres out, it's very difficult to stop. And Justin James with a successful conversion, and that takes them 12 points in front in this first half. Well, the Shredded Ducks perhaps not having their best of days. They've lost one, drawn one so far, and need to do a bit more to get back into this game. It will be Justin James at the restart as well, fresh from his successful conversion. The Ducks have managed to tap it backward, but it's fallen into the hands of Aled Morris. Aled Morris still going forward.
Yeah, Scott, it was a superb dropout, lots of height on it, easy to support, and then they've ruined it all by conceding a penalty at the breakdown. Quickly taken by the Shredded Ducks, but they were held up. What's happening? Another penalty to the Shredded Ducks. Allowed to go 10 metres. That's a card. Ooh. It is number 22 has got a card, so the Wyvern Harlequins for a high tackle.
Yeah, in the team meeting last night, Daryl Chapman, the referee's manager, did say that that was going to be one of 5 points which they were going to be hot on. No messing about from Nicky O'Donnell, the referee in this game. Straight for the cards. Now,
in the shortened form of the game, of course, a card is just 2 minutes in the sin bin. And I think you've got to be careful of. 2 yellow cards, of course, is a red. And then you're off for the rest of the match. And if you're deemed to have committed the offence that it's bad enough for foul play rather than technical infringements, you're in a situation where you could actually be put out of the rest of the tournament. But there we are, there is the half-time score. It didn't cost Wyvern Harlequins that penalty at the end. They ran out of time, the Shredded Ducks, so it stays at Wyvern Harlequins 12, Shredded Ducks 0, the second half to come.
this is going to be the first score. As the ball comes along the line, if we just stop it there, we can see the pass looping over the top. If we play it on, straight over the top of the defenders, and a really simple score pretty much from the kickoff. That definitely got the Wyvern Harlequins off to a flying start. And this is the second score. A bit simpler, but in the end, a well-timed pass once again, just breaking on the outside shoulder.
Yeah, the fault there was the defensive line. 2 people going for the ball carrier, just coming inside, making leaving a gap there, a hole in that defensive line that was exploited beautifully. Shredded Ducks with the restart. Nice hole there, beautiful support running.
Ty Evans just on a surging run at the moment.
Ooh, very nearly the turnover, but the ball just popping loose. On the interception to put them back into contention. They needed that, did Shredded Ducks, and they've got it, a score under the posts. Just a little bit too ambitious. The conversion's good too, so suddenly it's 12-7.
Well, what a response inside 30 seconds at the start of the second half. That surging run from Ty Evans, setting Quins up well, but this looping pass from Alid Morris, very well read by the Shredded Ducks defensive line.
That's the problem. When you go for a big spin pass, the ball is in the air a long time, and it's quite a risk always of it being read and picked off.
Well, here they go again. Can they break down this near touchline? And they've gone over. Well, 2 tries in 90 seconds at the start of the second half. We weren't expecting that.
Now what has been given there? I think it's just the try, but the referee also having a word with number 11 Justin James, and saying that was a high tackle, I think. The conversion attempt, of course, would give them the lead. Well, the conversion would give them the lead. Can't make it though, it's 12 all. Game on.
Well, this was the break.
Yeah, and quite clearly you can see Justin James was tackling round the neck. Perhaps lucky there wasn't any further action. So certainly Shredded Ducks have made their man advantage pay.
How quickly the scoreline can change in the shortened format of rugby. Long kick sent downfield. Opportunity for the Quins to attack in broken play. Well marshalled and put into touch.
Good result. I mean, a net 50-metre gain. But they've got to start again now, the Wyvern Harlequins. Looking comfortable at 12-0, and suddenly it's all back to all square, and they've got it all to do again. And have they got their full group back? No, they're still down to 9 at the moment.
Well taken at the back of the line out by Alan Morris. It's been grubbered through on the far touchline, being chased down by Ashley Sutton. Doesn't quite get there, but it'll be pressure for the Shredded Ducks to clear it away. And perhaps unsurprisingly, these two teams currently drawing after they've both drawn matches earlier on today.
Back to full strength now. The Wyvern Harlequins, put through the gap. Number 5, Di Evans, just manages to keep the legs pumping, get through the tackle, and that gives them the lead back. Scores close to the posts. So hopefully they'll be thinking a 7-pointer.
Well, he's a very effective ball carrier, Di Evans. Pretty good link man as well, cropping up in the middle of the park more often than not.
The conversion's good, so the score moves on to 19-12.
Justin James with the restart. Well, that's gone into touch for a pair of hands, so line out to the Harlequins.
Good clean line out. Justin James, good turn of pace, he's had a great season. Tricky little runner, Jay Baker, strong. Oh, lovely, out, feint inside, back outside again. Good try.
Well, it was a lovely bit of footwork, wasn't it, to finish it off in the corner. And the Harlequins have really started to turn the screw now. Those two early Shredded Ducks tries, less than 5 minutes ago, seemed like a distant memory.
Yep, they've restored the balance. They've got back, as it were, their first half lead.
Unsuccessful conversion, so
the gap once again 12 points.
It is indeed. Well, just toying with the defender, wasn't he, really?
That's really good. Very well done.
weighted from the restart, but apparently not gone 10. Lines causing some confusion, so the Shredded Ducks on the attack. Well, the Queen's trying to cause some mischief in defence at the moment. It's been knocked forward successfully, so reward for the Wyvern Harlequins.
Yeah, they've regained control of the game and are now turning the screw a bit, causing just through pressure that fumble, and now they've got the chance to regain possession. And with the runners they've got, you wouldn't put it against them. Score another one direct from that. They can go for the big long kick. The sprinters away. Oh, it's beautifully done. Terrifically well done. And the acknowledgement, or the demand for acknowledgement for the kick from Jay Baker came from fully 50 yards away. All worked beautifully for them. That's almost certainly, I would say, the deciding try of the match. They go out to 29-12.
Well, that was superb, wasn't it? They came to the open side, but the winger on the blind side streaking down the field, and Jay Baker with the sort of feinted across the body kick. Justin James not quite as accurate with the conversion attempt. Well, just looking at that on the replay, he seemed to be a good 10 metres offside. Not quite spotted. I don't think that'll have a deciding factor on the end result.
Well, we don't know. I mean, certainly you're looking at the situation where they would have been still feeling they were in it and going for a score instead, and instead they find themselves a further 5 points down and obviously a bit more time off the clock.
Di Evans once again with a surging run where we're getting the ball away. Jay Baker shipping it out wide.
Lovely pass.
They've got numbers over. He doesn't need it though.
Better reaction. He didn't like the way the Shredded Ducks player went in. Instead, it was clear he'd already touched it down. He should have backed off. Just a little bit of handbags though. Enjoy scoring the try. Don't get involved in any nonsense.
Well, despite the start to this second half with the Ducks really coming back into it, the Harlequins have pulled away pretty convincingly in the end. Conversion unsuccessful. And that is the full-time whistle. Take a look at this final try once again. Jay Baker, really well-weighted pass. And a simple score in the end. So the final score in this game: Shredded Ducks 12, Wyvern Harlequins 34.